we're standing in Government Gulch, and we're looking at the former zinc plant and acid plant and phosphoric fertilizer plant area. When you look downstream, you will see footage of Government Gulch as it is now in its former natural location. Prior to that, Government Gulch or Government Creek was pushed to the far west side of the road and conveyed in a shotcrete channel. So when we demolished the buildings in the late 90s for the phos plants, we put the creek back in where it wanted to be, which is the center of the valley. What you also see is foundations of the former zinc plant, which was step-sided up the hillside. The concrete foundations were left in place so as to not destabilize the hills. And remember that this work was done in the late 1990s. The hillsides were barren, there were no trees that were growing, and there was basically no grasses on the hillsides, and so erosion was a real threat. But those foundations remain. There's also a former administrative building that the community thought they would want to keep here, so you can see that's still intact and is being used by a local entity. And then the former ore bins were decontaminated and granted to the county, and they used those bins for storage of materials, for construction materials, gravels, soils. And then there are private entities that appear to be using the grounds up here to recycle materials such as steel and wood debris. That's something that's happening through the community, not something EPA is doing.